So let's start with a little bit of audience participation. So how many of you came to the conference with your tablet and your laptop? Yes. How many of you would have loved to have left your laptop back at home or at the office and gone with just your mobile device? I know I'm in that camp. And Averail's making that happen. Averail's unleashing mobile productivity. I'm operating on the mobile device right here. But this device is incredibly powerful for us as a consumer. Innovative, it's productive, we love this thing. As an employee, not so much, right? So Averail is out to address that and really give you productivity with this device as an employee, the same that you get as a consumer. So what's happening in the marketplace? Obviously, we've got exponential growth of mobile devices. We all know that to be the case. And as an employee, our companies are starting to embrace that. A recent study by Forrester said that over 50% of companies now have a formal bring your own device program. So they get it that we want to use these devices at work and at play. But what's next? We really have email, so that's great. We can do our email and find slivers of time where we can stay productive as an employee, but there's not a lot else. In another industry survey, they asked users, what is next? What do you want? And over 70% of users said we want business content. We want to be able to access, manage, and share business content from our mobile device. That's really what's next, and that's Averail. Averail is giving you secure and easy access to the business content you need to do your job, no matter where that content is stored, from a mobile device. Today we're announcing the availability of Averail Access, our flagship product. It's available for download from the App Store today, and we're super excited to have customers start trialing our solution. And by the way, you're looking at Averail. These slides that I'm showing you are running on my mobile device in the Averail application. But why does Averail exist? Well, really, the challenges are pretty simple. What we've heard from users is I just can't get to the content I need to do my job. It's blocked. It's behind the firewall. I need a VPN that doesn't always work. I don't know where it is. It's siloed in different locations. So ultimately, what do? Well, we're resourceful. We find a way. Water runs downstream and downhill. So we forklift and take our content and we put it in a cloud repository so that we can access it from a mobile device. Aside from giving IT nightmares, it actually does compromise your company's enterprise security. It could compromise the ability of your company to meet your regulatory requirements. And so Averail is really all about addressing those issues from both sides of the equation. From the user, making it incredibly easy to use and access that content, a unified interface to content no matter where it is stored. And from the IT side, making it secure, right? Ensuring that you have a secure tunnel to your data. So how many of you, so this is a VPN key fob here. How many of you have struggled using this thing? I know I have. Can't get it to work. So really, I want to just throw this thing in the trash most of the time. So we'll do that. We'll just throw that away. At Averail, you do not need a VPN. You can access all the content no matter where it is without a VPN, so there's a secure tunnel. There's end-to-end security from the repository that's storing the content all the way to the mobile device. And there's granular policies that you can set and control your documents and security at the particular document level. And it doesn't have to just be documents either. It could be video, audio, any content that you need to do your job more effectively. So let's take a look at Averail a little bit more closely. I'm just going to pop out of the slides and go in. So you'll see this is the main dashboard. You can have repositories of content that are stored locally. That's the yellow folder. I've got some SharePoint repositories, and I also have a Dropbox, a secure Dropbox folder you'll see up there. You can have as many as you want. You can do global search. So we can search. I'll do a search on this keyword tech and see that it pulls back content from any repository. I don't have to know where my content is. It pulls it back from local folders, from Dropbox, and from SharePoint. So I don't need to know where it is. I can go into SharePoint, pull up content. This is pulling up a chart. Oops, sorry. Let me go back. This is pulling up a chart. I can, I have all the basic controls that I do normally from a mobile device. I can zoom in, zoom back out. So let's say I've actually got a flight coming up and I want to do some work offline. So I've got a document that my team is expecting me to review. I want to do this offline, but I want to do it safely and securely. So I can download this doc locally and put it in my own storage repository on my mobile device. Also, there's some policy controls we can put in here. So I can take this document and I can open it in another application running on my mobile device. At that point, that document's, quote, in the wild. It's out of the safe haven of Averail, which may be okay, but you can also set a policy that blocks that from happening, right, and keeps that document in the safe haven of Averail. Within the Averail app, that's a fully encrypted app, and the encryption keys you own. So Averail doesn't own them. The device doesn't own them, only you own those keys. So if the device does get lost or stolen or compromised, you can wipe business-sensitive data from within Averail without touching any of the personal information on the mobile device, without touching any of the baby pictures or anything else. So fine-grained policy control around the documents. So let's now go back to my local store and pull up the document that I want to review on the plane. So this is my local storage repository, still within the safe haven of Averail. And I can go ahead and review this on the plane. I can also mark it up. So I've got a few options here to mark it up. I can, circle an area. I can add a comment in the document that may say, I love it. That's great. Be done. I can save it. Okay, now it's saved, and then when I get off the plane, I can upload this document and have my team automatically notified that it's ready for their review. So I've done my step. This is my notification box of documents that are now waiting for more action from me. So very simple, intuitive, easy-to-use interface for the user. At the same time now, let's go back to the slide presentation I was showing you. Take a little look behind the scenes at the architecture. So you'll see on the right, we've got all the multiple repositories. They can be cloud-based repositories, Dropbox, Box, etc. They can be on-premise repositories behind the firewall. SharePoint, shared drives, Documentum, doesn't matter, any repository. And we have a safe tunnel, a safe and secure tunnel through the firewall without a VPN. And you've got the end-to-end encryption. Okay, so you don't need to alter the firewall either. You don't need to make any changes to the firewall. You've got any devices. In the middle, you've got the Averail Access Cloud Service running on Amazon. We don't store any content, right? We're not another content repository. We really believe that the content should stay in its source repository. It's inefficient to move or copy it anywhere else. But within the Averail Access Cloud Service, we've got the policies, the rules, and permissions that apply to you. What content you have access to, and what can you do with that content when you have access to it. AWS has been an outstanding business partner for us. Of course, there's no way we would be here launching today if it wasn't for them. We've been able to really focus on what we do well, which is develop great software, and let AWS focus on what they do well. And security is really core to our solution. And Amazon and AWS has been a great business partner there. When we go out and talk to enterprise customers about security, AWS is right there with us, addressing the security around the infrastructure while we address the security around our solution. So it's really been a great partnership. Can't thank AWS enough for that. Averail is all about mobilizing business content, making it incredibly easy to use, a unified interface across content no matter where it is, and making it really secure. And we're very proud that we've been able to address both constituencies around ease of use and security, two things that rarely go together. We've brought them together for a really outstanding solution. We would love to talk to you more about what we're doing. We'll definitely be around the expo floor and happy to chat with you more. Got some briefing areas that we can go into more detail. We'd love for you to go to our website. You can go to the App Store and download our app and request an account. We'll get you up and running and ultimately unleashing your mobile productivity. We really want to make you as productive with this mobile device as an employee as you are with a consumer. and ultimately leaving your laptop at home. So thank you very much.